Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and today we're back at it again with a what if. Now, I did say I won't be delaying this what if. Like I said, I will be coming back to it. I keep my promise, like always. And guys, I might be uploading on Wednesday and Friday and Saturday. So yeah, I will be uploading on those days. So just to give you guys the heads up. But anyway, let's get on to the what if. Now, where I last left off was actually Deku going back in time and, trying to put things right. Or, no, he's not going to put things right. He's actually going to, do whatever. So, yeah, with that, I did, Deku does have his quirk reformed. Remember, he can reform anything into anything. So yeah. So Deku's right now on top of a building. He's already fully healed, and so yeah. So Deku's already fully healed. Now, Deku's plan is actually to get revenge and not how should I say? He doesn't like any of them now. Seeing that he actually did forgive them in his previous life, yeah, they're not gonna change. So one sec. I apologize for stopping the video. Somebody was ring my bell. So Deku, yeah, they're not gonna change. Deku sees that they're not they don't understand why they hate him or even All Might. So he decided heck to get his life together. That he doesn't if they want him gone, he will go. He will go. He's not giving them a second chance because that what happened when he did, dude, he killed everybody killed his his loved one, like the big tree, midnight, everything. The only person that survived was actually Eri. So yeah. So Deku right now have a plan that he's gonna stay in the forest. Yes, Deku's gonna stay in the forest. Why? To meet, Nejiri. Sorry, I need to forget her name. Nejiri. Cause that was the first time that they actually met, was that inside that forest. So yeah. So for the past 2 weeks, well, actually, no. Yes, sorry. For the past 2 weeks, Deku has been like he's been inside the forest. He's seen Nejiri going there, taking the same path. They talk. He decided heck to talk to her. Deku feels so happy to see her again. So yeah, Deku feels so happy. They're talking as they have a good really, and they ask, "Yo, no, Deku acts oh no, wait, so I keep on saying Deku. Nitri says may I ask why you out here? I see you here every single time." Deku says oh, I kind of like living outside, even though I'm not homeless. I do have a home, but I just like being outside a lot. Nedry said oh, well, if you want, my house is always open, so you can come there wherever time you like. And Dex said thanks. As they continue, they exchange numbers, everything. Nedry has she kind of has a connection to Deku, right there, just it just clicked. She has a connection, to Deku. She has a crush on Deku. So yeah. Now, seeing that Deku already has Nedry, his next one is actually Midnight. Now, Midnight did say that Deku was, and she was actually looking for Deku, but she couldn't find him. So Deku decided, heck, like, maybe just try, Deku just goes to one store, buys himself a hoodie, and he just goes outside looking for Midnight. Now, Deku spent about 2 days looking for Midnight, as he comes across her, and she's on patrol, and Deku says huh, nah, I actually want to be careful right there, as he keeps a close eye on Midnight, and he sees she's looking in every alley, every street, every corner. So Deku decided heck to pull out the cards, as he goes up taps Midnight on the shoulder while she was, like drinking her coffee. As she turns around, she sees a kid with a hoodie, and she asks, "Oh, uh, can I help you? Are you lost?" And Deku said like, "Hey, Teach, it's me." And he just released his hoodie to reveal himself as Deku. As Midnight eyes just wide, and she goes and gives him a hug. She said like, "Deku, oh, I was so worried about you. Wait, I'm so sorry." And Dexter like, man, it's cool, Cheech. I know you were looking for me, and I actually do apologize. Well, I actually do forgive you. It's not your fault. And she said like, you're so calm about this. And Dex said like, well, I can't be mad at you. It's the rest I have to be mad about. I don't really care for them anymore. I mean, they said like, so, so what are you gonna do? Dex said like, well, seeing that my mom doesn't want me, she already like I've seen Dex said like I actually went to her house and she seems pretty cool. She didn't even seem sad that I actually died. Deku did quotation mark like died. So yeah, as Midnight was actually taken aback, like really? Dexter like, don't worry about it. But I'm gonna have to, like change up my style. And she said like, Midnight said like, change up your style? Dexter like, yeah. Like, I can't be going around with green hair. People already know who I am. So, Midnight said like, I guess that's true. Do you wanna, like, seeing that you don't have any where to stay, do you wanna live with me? Dex said like, yeah, sure. As they go home, she brings Deku to her house. They they actually have a look around. Deku never been inside Midnight's house, so this is actually the first. As they're looking around, like, damn, she has a big house, and plus she's a hero and a teacher at UA. Yeah, that's a yeah. She's living her own life. So she brings Deku to the guest bedroom. As Deku said like, yo, thanks, sis. And she was taken aback. Like, wait, what you call me? Sis. If it's too weird for you, I can call you Teach. I see you as a big sister. Midnight does eyes does wide and says, I actually see you as a younger brother, Deku. And Deku smiles and also does she. As Deku starts preparing, his own comfortable life. Deku already dyed his hair. Now, I'm gonna say that I'm thinking of a color for Deku's hair. Should I make his hair white or black? I have a feeling black hair would be good. So yeah, let's just go with black hair. So Deku dyed his hair black, even though he did have a little bit of black green, but he dyed his hair black. So, and this is actually permanent dye, so yeah. So he dyed his hair black, fully black, so yeah. And he's just like living his own as he remembers like Eri. Like, damn, I remember was it not 2 days that I actually found her? Hmm. I better keep an eye. Like she could probably be at that alley again. And Dexter like, hey, Midnight, is it okay if I go out? And I won't go to UA. Trust me by that. And Midnight said are you sure? Like I can come with you. Dex said like, no, I can handle myself. And plus, I actually have myself a quirk that I actually want to show you. She said like a quirk. So wait, you have two? Dex said like, yeah, I actually have two quirks. Do you want to see it? And she said like, yeah. Dex said like, this quirk is actually called reform. I can reform anything to anything. And she said like, reform. And Dex picks up a glass cup and he reforms it into a diamond. As Midnight is taken aback by that, she said like, wait, is that actually real diamond? Dex said like, yes. And watch this. And he just reforms it again. He just reforms it into water. And Midnight's like, this quirk is actually amazing. And Dex says like, not just that, I could actually reform a whole building if I wanted to. I could reform it into like one playground center. And she's like, that's actually a powerful quirk. And Dex says like, yeah, so trust me by it. I won't get myself in trouble. You can count on it. And with that, Deku just smiles and he just leaves. And Deku's just waiting, like how should I say, he's keeping an eye inside that alleyway just in case she just comes early. Cause guys, we don't know if Eri even escaped. Like how many times we've seen inside the proper canon anime that was her first time meeting Eri. We didn't know if it was her first time escaping or second or what. So yeah. So Deku's just keeping an eye on Eri, and he's also keeping an eye on Overhaul as he knows that Overhaul is actually like a bad person, like trying to erase quirks. So yeah, that ain't gonna be good. So 2 days pass. Deku's prediction was right. He goes to meet Ares. As he goes, he meets Ares. Overhaul comes to him. Dex says like, "Yeah, I know you're not her daughter, so let's just make this quick." Deku just puts his hand on the ground. He starts reforming the ground into like water, like deep, deep water, like deep water. As Overhaul just drops to the ground. As Dex says like, "Okay, try this," and he reforms the water into like a whirlpool. Like, guys, just keep in mind, this is actually a small alley, so yeah. So he reforms into like a whirlpool with Overhaul just flooding inside the middle. Dexter like, okay, now to push you up. And Dexter just pushes the water up and make it Overhaul go flying up into the air. Dexter like, okay, don't worry, I catch you. He just puts his hands on one wall and it legit reforms itself like as a how should I say? If you guys know that fishing net, like, I think it was actually a jelly net. I can't remember. Something what SpongeBob used when he's going out jellyfishing. So yeah. So he catch Overhaul in that, and keep in mind he can reform anything. So they can just reform it into like a hard substance steel that cannot be broken. So Dexter's like, well that was easy. And plus, and he just looks at Overhaul right hand man. He's like, if I want you to spread the word that if any of you comes and touches Eri, you all will die. And he gives like a whole lot of bloodlust right there. As the guy just runs away, leaving Overhaul there. And Dexter's like, well, that was a shame. He looks at Ares and she's like clenching like she's gripping tight onto Deku, like holding on for life. Deku goes and picks her up, saying like, "Hey, it's okay right there." And Ares is like, "Oh, thank you. Who are you?" Dexter like, "My name is Azuka Midoriya, but can you call me Zok?" Yes, Deku is gonna change his name. It's not gonna be called like Deku or whatever. I'm gonna be calling Deku Zok. Kind of like near my name, so yeah. So Ares is like, okay, Zok, as Deku takes Ares home, and he shows Ares to Midnight. Now Midnight has like her eyes just widen when she sees Ares, and she goes and grabs Ares out of Deku's hand, and she does like, "Oh my God, you're so cute, Deku! Wait, who owns this? Wait, did you steal her?" I said like, "No, I was actually walking, and she was running away from a villain, so." I stopped the villain and saying that she told me that she doesn't have parents. So yeah, I thought we could, uh adopt her. As Midnight says like, yeah, sure, we can adopt her. As Aries says like, I actually want to go to Papa. And Deku's eyes just wide and said, wait, what? Papa? Dad? And Midnight eyes just like wide open right there. like wide open, like seeing that she actually Eri called Deku Papa. Uh, Deku said like, "Hey, Eri, you can call me Zook or Deku. Can you not call me Papa?" She said like, "No, I want to call you Papa." Deku couldn't like he starts remembering where Eri called him Papa, and like Nejiri, he said like, "Sure, you can call me Papa." And she just jumps onto deck and said like, "Papa, Papa, Papa." Man, I'm actually gonna die laughing here. So now we go on to UA, where the teacher's just like calm right there. Like Midnight is just like, how should I say? She's giving them all cold shoulders. She's giving them cold shoulders. She's not talking to anyone. She's not even talking to one of her students. As they all notice this, as they ask like, "Yo, what's wrong with Midnight?" Like should we ask what's wrong with her? And so yeah, so All Might decide like, heck, to go work up the courage and go talk to her. Now, All Might just goes like, "Hey, Midnight, can I talk to you?" And she said like, "Talk to me about what?" And he said like, "You're acting kind of strange. Is there something wrong?" As Midnight just glares at All Might, saying like, "Huh, symbol of peace, huh? You're actually a disgrace. I'm disappointed in you and everybody in here, even Class 1A." And All Might said like, "Midnight, what, like, what's wrong?" As Midnight said like, "You just left Izuku there. You gave him up to a villain. And now he's actually, we don't know where he is." As All Might just like, like said like, "Midnight, I just want to," like, Midnight said like, "No, there's no point of apologizing now. He's gone. And it's actually all your fault. Hmm. I'm actually disappointed in you, All Might. Saying that you actually betrayed a young kid who just wanted to be a hero. He wanted to become like you. And you betrayed him just easily like that." As she walks off, not saying a word, leaving All Might there in awe. Now, Deku is actually with Nejiri and they're hanging out. Like, she sees like, Deku's new look. Like he has the black hair and she acts like, "Hey Deku, how come you actually change your hair?" Deku said like, "Oh, da? Oh, I just wanted like the green wasn't really suiting me." And she said like, "I actually kinda like your green hair, but black's actually suits you well." And like she gives like a little smile and also a blush. And Deku sees that he said like he laughs and smiles as they drink their coffee, tea, whatever they're drinking. Now they spend the entire day hanging out as they're getting like Deku want like is trying to get closer to Nidri as it's actually working. He's letting like Nidri is actually letting Deku in like he's getting to know her more better than like in the present timeline that he actually knows. Like he knows everything, what she's going through, Big Tree, everything. So yeah, sorry about this, guys. Again, I do apologize. I was being called, so yeah. If you see me stopping the video, then yeah, I'm sorry about that. So where I left off was actually Deku was actually getting to know Nedry more better than in his past life right there, as he got to know everything, even more. Even that, like she even confessed that she actually has feelings for Deku. And Deku already confirmed that he has feelings for her. As heck, they decided like to go out more and like so yeah. As about I'm gonna say like about 2 week passes as Deku is actually with like Aries at their new home playing. Deku's actually living his own life. Like he doesn't want to live of a life of a hero. He just wants to live a casual normal life that he actually regrets getting All Might's power right there. Seeing that he actually had his own quirk, even more powerful than All Might. Yes, it was like, yeah, reform is actually an overpowered quirk. So yeah. So he actually regrets taking All Might's power, but heck, it boosts his stats. So yeah. So Deku and Aries are actually playing as like Midnight decided like, hey, Deku, do you wanna go out? Deku said like, yeah, sure. And with that, Deku and Aries and Midnight just decided to head out. Now they headed out to one restaurant as it's actually the same restaurant that Deku was actually eating and like working in. Sorry. So they're there, they're eating like Deku said, should I get the job here? I think I should. I actually did enjoy working here. Dex was like, hey, Midnight. And she's like, do you think it's actually possible for me to get a job here? She said, like, yeah, sure. If you want, after this, you can go talk to the manager. Dex said, like, great, sure thing. I actually want to start working on my. I actually want to start working. Seeing that I don't want to rely on it, on you to take care of me. And she said, like, no problem. That if you need anything, I'm actually here. So yeah. Now, after having their dinner, like their their dinner, Deku decided like heck to talk to the manager, which the manager kindly gave Deku a job, and Deku's actually happy, and like he told Midnight, Aries actually happy for Deku as they went out cheering on and they continued on with their day. Now, the teachers right there were on their own, like they were having themselves, how should I say, a little fun time as they spotted Midnight. And it's like, oh, Midnight's there. And she's actually with two kids. Like one with black hair and one with white hair. That like friends of her, cousins. Huh. Hmm. Should we invite her over? Why not? They actually call for Midnight. Like they actually shout out her name like Midnight, Midnight. So yeah, she noticed that and she's like, oh great. Deku said like, what's wrong? And she just like gave him like she's moving her eyes to where those people actually calling her, and Deku sees like, oh, those pricks. As like Dexter, like if you want, you can go hang out with them. I'm actually planning to take Aries home. Midnight said like, hey, are you sure? Dexter like, yeah, I'm actually sure, but make sure you don't make sure you say that I'm actually your cousin. So yeah, Midnight's like, that's actually a good excuse. And with that, Deku and Midnight and Aries part their ways, with Deku taking Aries home. Now, Midnight goes over to to All Might, Izawa, President Mike, and the rest, and Snipe. And they act like, hey, Midnight, who were those kids? And Midnight said, like, oh, that was actually my cousin right there. They said, like, your cousin? I didn't know you had a cousin. She says, like, no, sorry, like, my niece. Sorry, niece, guys. Niece. As they said, like, whoa, I didn't know you have a niece. And she's like, yuck. Oh, yeah. And they ask, like, so what's their name? And Midnight said, like, I don't want to go into details with them. So why'd you call me here? And they said, like, oh, right. Do you want a drink? And she eyes the drink. She's like, give me a. She starts drinking it, chugging it all down. So we go on to Aries' point of view, and Aries just said, hey, Papa. And Dex said, And Aries said, like, do you have someone you love? Dex was taken aback by this. Like, Aries, like, wait, who told you this? Like, what? I keep in mind, I think Aries is about, like, 5 years old. As Aries said, like, yeah, you have someone you love, like I love you. Dex said, like, I do love one girl right there. Her name is called Nedgery. And Aries said, like, can I meet her? Dex like I don't like. You know what? Yeah, why not? As Deku just phones up Nedry, as Nedry picks up, it's like, oh, hey Deku, Dex said like, "Oh, Nedry, I was wondering if you would like to hang out with me." And I actually brought like a special someone right here. And she said like, "Special someone? Yeah, sure. Where do you want us to meet?" And Deku thinks about it. He said like, "How about the playground at the King Street?" Yes, I'm making up a random street name right there. Midnight says, "Oh, sorry." Nedry says like, "Yeah, sure thing." And with that, they ended the call. Now, fast forward about like, I'll say about 7 minutes later, Deku's at the playground with Ares. Nedry comes along. She sees Deku. She goes up to him, hugs him, give him a kiss on the cheek, and they start their little conversation. Now, sorry guys. Nedry acts like, "So, where's this special someone?" And Deku like points to her like, "Oh yeah, there she is." And Harry just looks at Deku, and this mysterious person, this mysterious girl, and she goes up to Deku and says like, "Hey, Papa, who's this?" And Deku's taken aback by this, like, "Wait, Papa? Wait, don't tell me you're like, no, 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 no. I'm not married. She just likes to call me that." Eri, this is actually my girlfriend, Nedry. And Eri just looks at Nedry, and Eri sees like, "Wow, she's actually so cute." And Eri says like, "So you're my mama?" Like Nejiri just faints after hearing that. Deku quickly just catches her, and then Deku just like, "Hey, Eri, you can't just say that out of the blue." And like Eri said, like, "Why not? You love her, and I like her too. So she's my mama." Deku like, "Oh my god!" Like he starts remembering the time that three of them had back then, and he emphatically said like, "Yeah, sure thing." Now Netri wakes up not too long, and she acts like, "What happened?" And Deku says like, "Well, look like your mom now." She said, "Wait, what? Wait, am I pregnant?" And she said, "Wait, no, you're not pregnant. Just calm down. You remember Aries?" And she's like, "Oh yeah. Wait, don't tell me. Yep, she thinks you're her mom now." And he just goes up and runs to Nedry, hugs us, and like, "Mama, mama." So, oh my god. I'm actually, like, I hope this pays off right there. So, one sec, guys. Yeah,